Have you ever found yourself drawn to someone who is just a little emotionally unavailable? Maybe he was blunt, distant, and even sometimes frustrating, but somehow that made him even more intriguing. There's something about intensity that feels like chemistry. Like the more complicated something is, the more real it has to be. And if you watch Singles Infernos 4, you would know exactly what I mean. The dynamic between Yuk Jun Seo and Lee Sian had everyone talking. Was he too blunt? Too rough around the edges? Why did she gravitate towards him? And why did we, as viewers, find it so compelling? Because let's be real, we've all been there. The push and pull, the confusion, the excitement. But here's the truth. Love isn't just about emotional intensity. It's about growth. And that's exactly what we saw in Junso's transformation. So today, we'll be breaking down why we mistake intensity for love, how emotional patterns shape our attraction, and how true connection comes from someone's willingness to grow. Let's get into it. Chapter 1. Why we mistake chaos for chemistry. If it's chaotic, it must be love, right? We've been conditioned by movies, drama-filled love stories, to believe that passion comes from struggle. The intense arguments followed by grand apologies. The hot and cold energy that keeps you on edge. The idea that the more hard to get someone is, the more valuable their love is. And at first, Yuk Jun Seo fit this mold perfectly. From the start, he was direct, and sometimes even brutally so. His words weren't wrapped in softness, and his confidence sometimes bordered on arrogance. For many, this could be a red flag. But for others, including Lee Sian, it was intriguing. And this is where many of us get caught in the illusion of attraction, where we mistake what love is. Because when someone makes us question how they feel, it creates emotional intensity. When we're unsure of where we stand, our brains start to crave validation, and we mistake this emotional roller coaster for passion. But here's what separates toxic love from real love. A healthy relationship doesn't just challenge you, it makes you feel safe. And that's what Sian, as a high-value woman, understood. Chapter 2. The feminine response of setting a standard and not forcing change. A high-value woman doesn't force change, she inspires it. Let's talk about Sian's approach. From the beginning, she didn't beg or chase for Junso's attention. She didn't try to fix him. She didn't tolerate any behavior that made her uncomfortable. She simply set the standard. One of the biggest mistakes women make when they deal with big personalities such as Junso's is believing that they have to accept someone as they are. But Sian's approach was different. She communicated what she needed. She gave him the space to decide if he could meet her there. And most importantly, she was ready to walk away if he couldn't. And this is the key. A man won't change for a woman who tolerates everything. He changes for a woman who inspires him to be better. All this to say that she gave Junso a choice. Chapter 3. The most attractive trait a man can have? Growth. But at first, Junso didn't see a reason to soften. His bluntness had gotten him far in life. Why change now? But here's what made him different from the men who stay stuck in their ways. He listened, he reflected, and he adjusted. Not because he was forced to, but because he wanted to. This is what made his dynamic with Sian so compelling. She didn't force him to be someone else. She simply challenged him to bring out his best self. And he responded, not with ego, but with growth. And let's be clear, this isn't about changing for someone else. It's about recognizing that true love requires adaptation, not stubbornness. And so, Junso made the shift. And we can see that as Sian went on the final paradise date with Jongsu, Junso took the time to reflect and sort out his thoughts. And he quickly took Minsol aside to sort out his affairs and to give her a clear answer. Not only did he make the decision to fully pursue Sian, he also took it one step further by getting his affairs in order and making it clear to this other woman, whom he did have a slight connection with, about his decision, thereby also giving her closure. This for me is a major turning point for his character because while he was a little rough around the edges, some might even go as far as to say that he was a toxic red flag, he ultimately made the choice to be a better man for Sian. I would like to emphasize again that you as a woman can't do anything to change a man for who he is. But a man will change for you if he believes that you are the one for him. So yes, he made a decision and it was almost like a switch flipped. And that decision to change takes courage. Remember, the right relationship doesn't change who you are, it refines you. Chapter 4. breaking free from the addiction to uncertainty. If it's meant to be, it won't feel like a constant test. So what can we learn from this? Many of us get caught in a cycle of mistaking uncertainty for passion. We crave the high of being chosen, the thrill of winning someone over, the rush of proving our worth. But the healthiest, most fulfilling relationships don't keep you guessing. They give you clarity, consistency, and a partner who chooses to meet you where you are. Because yes, while the initial uncertainty can give you butterflies, it makes your heart flutter. That's what tricks our minds into thinking that something possibly toxic is attraction. But ultimately, a true relationship and partnership is one that is stable, gentle, and one that allows you to grow. And that is what Sian wanted. She expressed it clearly to Jun Seo and he got the message. And that's what truly makes a relationship exciting, lasting, and captivating to watch as a viewer. Love isn't a fantasy, it's a choice. Attraction may be what gets you in the door, but growth is what keeps love alive. What made Sian and Junso's relationship work wasn't instant perfection. It was two people making the conscious choice to understand each other, respect each other, and evolve together. Because at the end of the day, the real question isn't who excites me the most, it's who makes me want to be better. I'd also just like to put it out there that Singles Inferno is after all just a show, and what we see within these few episodes are not an accurate representation of what their characters may be in the real world. I'm simply just stating my observations and opinions based on what they've shown us, and after all, they are still human. I'm not claiming that either parties are perfect or that they are the best possible match for each other. But in my opinion, that's what love is. It's two imperfect people who constantly chooses each other and working together to make a love that's perfect for them. So regardless of each party's shortcomings or our opinions, we have to remember that these are real people behind the screen. People with their own struggles and flaws, and it will be unjust of us to judge them based off the few hours of footage that the editors have chosen to show us. And as of the filming of this video, it looks like the couple is still together. I'm so happy for them and I wish them all the love, happiness, and growth for their relationship. So tell me, were you happy with Sian's choice at the end of Singles Inferno? Do you think love should be effortless? Or do you believe growth is the key to lasting relationships? Comment down below, and don't forget to check out the other videos on my channel, where we break down more lessons on self-development and self-worth. We have much more videos coming about Singles Inferno, so if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are informed when the next video is up. Until next time, take care of your heart, your mind, and your dreams. I'll see you in the next video very soon.